Welcome to FMA Talk Live. I'm your host, Datu Tim. I'm missing my co-host at the moment. This weekend we had our instructor development camp, so my co-host had to drive home from that. Left Buffalo late, but I do have a special guest today, all the way from the Philippines. He's in the back room. I'm about to bring him on. It looks like he's got a lovely assistant as well, from what I can tell. I'm not sure how long we have, so we're going to hop right into the show. So with no further ado, all the way from Luzon, Philippines, and I'm hoping I got the right island at the moment, Grandmaster Renee Tongson. How you doing, sir? I cannot hear you. So,
Hold on.
there.
All
That's
right.
better. That's better.
All right. Good morning from Amadeo, Cavite. We are
Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga from the Philippines.
All right. Who's with you, sir?
Yeah, I'm just alone here.
Is that your daughter I thought I saw over there?
Oh yeah. She fixed it up for me.
Okay, there we go.
She's my technical assistant.
Gotta have one.
Yes.
So we already have people. PG Wolf from Ohio says hello.
Oh
We have another person, whoever that is. Good evening, Datu. Whoever that is, I'm not sure because it didn't show up. Miss PG Ty should be coming in. Unfortunately, he was here this weekend. It's a long trip home, and he works for the government or works with the government, so he may have got hung up, but he does know about today. And we were making plans about today, but sometimes life and work, life gets in the way at times. But so how are things over in Philippines right now?
Well, today everything is fine. Just a little bit cloudy today, which is usual. It's a usual time for September and October.
Okay.
It's our monsoon rain time.
I was gonna say you're in the rainy season.
Right now. Yes. We had rain the past few days. So in the afternoon normally.
Okay. All right. Oh, good. Look at here we go. Tara Richardson, who was just over in the Philippines, just got back. Good evening or good morning. Tatu and Grandmaster. Very good. Cool. Now, are you in Cavite at the moment, or are you where are you at right now?
Yes, I'm in Amadeo now, in my home in Amadeo, Cavite. We are about 5 to 10 minutes from the center of Tagaytay City.
Okay. Yes. Tagaytay. Okay. Yeah. So
yes.
So very good. So here we go. ¿Cómo está Datu Puti? And I don't know where that comment came from, but we couldn't get your last name on that or your name on that. But thank you, Datu Puti. That's funny. And when I get in the sun, it becomes Datu Pula, but that's another story.
So, well, for the benefit of our friends here, Datu Puti is it's in our folklores a very popular. He's a chieftain actually, and it was adopted by one very popular condiment brand in the Philippines. So now they brought back the name Datu Puti.
Yes. Yeah, Datu Puti is the white Datu.
Yes. Probably
I'm
because
red Datu when I get in the sun. Yeah, I got this and that, but that's okay.
Just like the usual joke from Manong Babi Tabuada, you always says, "Oh, wow, you have nice hair, but I don't like it."
Okay, and then I love Cavite. I had my promotional party at La Playa.
La Playa, yes, La Playa. That's I think that's in Batangas, somewhere like it. Yes.
Okay.
It's a nice
because that would be Terrell just tested underneath Manang Rodell.
Yeah, yes.
So okay. All right. So I usually have a rant. I'm going to talk about it real quick. My rant's real simple. We were doing our instructors camp this weekend, and it clicked on the way to say it. I know I've always worried about the Filipino martial arts becoming extinct, specifically ours. And maybe extinct is too strong a word. And I think we came up with it today or this weekend. And the thing here is, I don't want us to merely survive. I want us to thrive. And I'm going to use an example about that. So when we did the Best of the West camp, so we did the reunion camp in Buffalo in 2011, which gave Dieter the opportunity when we were all together. Hey, let's do the Best of the West in Germany the next year, which we, of course, was first to agree to it. So while he was there, Chuck Goss asked the question, how many students you got? And I already knew where this was going. He goes, we got like 1,500. Chuck was like, what do you mean 1,500? It's a huge number. And I go, no, it's not. And they go, what do you mean it's not? I go, go ahead, Dieter, tell him. Well, in karate and judo, at the time, the numbers are around 250 to 300,000 members compared to the 1,500 that the DAV has. And it's not to say that Dieter does a bad job. It's just that it's all about scale. And he's like, we do good for Filipino martial arts, but compared to the other industries, we're the minority. And that's a point I've been trying to make for a long time, that, and it's easier for him to hit those 1,500 because, well, one, his country is the size of one of our states with 83 million people in it, a very good public transit system, and the government will give you money towards physical education.
Yes.
We don't have that here in the States. We're also much
and
farther.
besides, that's right. Yes. And
So when I look,
GM Dieter is doing a good job in
he is
organizing it.
doing a real good job.
And very focused.
So
yes, the focus is actually one of our essential element to make things moving and make things successful. So the same thing as what we are trying to do with my group here, especially in the Philippines, the IMAP Philippines and the Abanico Tres Puntas organization. It's always the focus.
Yeah. So my position, and like I said, it's about scale. People are, I've got a bunch of people, but it's nothing compared to others. So my whole thing has never been, and I truly believe some arts will die when the leaders of those arts pass on, that they haven't worked on. Like when we did our instructor camp this weekend, there was 4 of us that were first generation students of Remy, a bunch of people who are second generation instructors, and we also had third generation instructors at the training camp. And that's important because now you've got the downline. Now you're grooming the next generation, the generation after that to take over. It can't be just about the first generation students. It's got to be about this. Well, and it's not about us, the ones who studied with Remy.
Yes, it's
our class is getting smaller all the time.
Yes, it's the continuity that is really very important. You see, even us here, our basic policy actually is on how to impart and share what we have today to the next generation, of course. So that's one of the elements. That's why, shall we say, we are close to success, to being a successful organization, sharing and passing it on to the next younger ones. So that's what we do now here.
Yes. So my thing is, and I, like I said, and I'm trying to see if I can get a hold of PG Ty, my co-host, but no luck so far. But the thing I've been always wanting to say, I keep saying we're going to die, we're going away, we're coming extinct. Maybe that's too strong of a language, but here's the thing. Karate, Taekwondo, Judo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu came in after us, and they're so much more popular. I just don't want to get by. I don't want to just survive on scraps. I want us as a community to thrive and be leaders in the martial art community. And unless we change our mindset, that's not going to happen. Now, if you're just doing this for your own self, not you, but people who are watching, if all you're doing is your martial arts for you and yourself, it doesn't matter. But for those who want to carry on the art and see it go into future generations, we have to, times have changed, and we have to take new approaches. And we have to, and it's not about selling out, it's understanding things. And, one of the things like we did with our instructor camp, I talked about things like, hey, When it was just me, I didn't worry about getting hurt. I didn't do anything. I was young. I was foolish. Now that I have nice things, I worry about things about having insurance and keeping my nice things and, having people fill out the waivers and making sure they're all checked and all the equipment is safe. But, when I was training in my backyard just with a couple of guys, I didn't worry about that. And in the States, no one worries about getting, we're not going to sue anybody until someone gets hurt because we don't have a standardized health insurance. Now, okay. Ty is not here today. So, all right. So, and one of the things that we have to do, there's two tiers. There's events that will recruit people, and there's events that we use to retain people. And you have a phenomenal event that's great for retaining people. It's a good destination event. I've talked about this. I'm going to start right off the bat. I preface this that for me, I like traveling. So this is an event that if I'm over, I will visit. But my thing is, if I'm going to go halfway around the world, I want to see everywhere. But when I first went, I knew no one, absolutely no one. And he's here. Boom. Hi, Ty.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Yes. So now, Ty, not only is Dean Franco replacing you, so is Manang Renee. So he is
perfect.
He is now the other co-host, the other co-host of FMA Talk.
I suddenly became the host, huh?
There we go. See, you turn your back, you lose your job.
That's right.
But and what I was saying, was Ty had been the event. You were at the FMA festival, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm in Dumaguete.
Yeah. So
yes, I remember.
I'm leading into this. So basically what for me, I like to travel, like going all around and doing stuff. But when I first went to the Philippines, I went to Grandmaster Ernesto Precios's camp.
Yes.
And he not only did he teach there, he had a whole bunch of people like Grandmaster Samba, other Grandmasters.
Yes.
Simba. That was it.
Yes, Simba.
His brother and others.
Yes.
I had a whole variety of people coming there, and I didn't know where to go. I didn't know how to get around, and it was great. I didn't have to do anything. Now, after going as many times as I do, I want to see as many of the islands as possible. But I know plenty of people. Like next week, I'm going to Barbados, and we're going to a resort, and some people are going to stay at the resort, and me and others we're going to go adventure because that's what we do when we're there. If you don't know what's going on or just don't like to travel a lot once you get somewhere, this is one of the best events that I've ever attended. You show up. If you attend the whole event, there's time to resort to. You can do the resort. You got training. They bring the masters and grandmasters to you. There's usually a trip of some sort, whether, like when we were down in Dumaguete, I think they went swimming with the whale sharks, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Yes.
So, and we did that as well while we were on that trip, no, we did that in a separate trip. We didn't have time for that one. I was just worried that the sharks may think that I was one of them and they wanted to mate with me. So I was a little concerned about that. But the thing here is they'll bring everyone to you. They'll do a little sightseeing with people. And if you're not comfortable and you don't feel going out there, and listen, the Philippines is no different than any other part of the world. It is not more dangerous than anywhere else. But obviously, it's always good to have people who look out after you. And this event has that. So this event, I definitely recommend, especially for first-time goers to the Philippines, if you can coincide with us. So today's episode is all about that. So let's get into it. So is this the first event since COVID?
Yes. We had a lull because of the pandemic, and we were about to start. That was in March 2020, and everything was all set. Everything, including the smallest thing that we need. And the next day we woke up, everything is shut down. So all airports are shut down. Airlines are not flying. Everything. So I was, it was like a very, very bad morning when I woke up. It was a nightmare. When everything is already set to fly
Right.
and
Right.
come over to the Philippines. We already paid the resort, everything, the transportation, the food, the equipment, everything is ready. Just the, how do you call this, the button to start the day. And well, that's part of we didn't lose some sort of uh, the opportunity, but we cannot recover the time. That's why that
Right.
was supposed to be the 10th FMA festival.
Mhm.
So we have to move it forward now, 4 years after. So now this is again the 10th FMA festival, and this time it will be in Nasugbu Beach in Batangas, which is about 2.5 hours from Manila, from the
Nice.
airport. So it's not really far. Not really far.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nice. So, so for those who haven't, they said we're gonna just pop out there. So you stay at a resort. I'm assuming that's still going to be the same thing. And meals and
Yeah.
everything
Yes.
are included in the event.
Yes. Well, this is the flow. So most people are coming on the 24th,
Okay.
because the camp will start officially on the 26th of February. It's a 5 day camp, which
Okay.
will end on 1st of March.
Okay.
So most people will come on the 24th to, of course, adjust a little bit probably, or whatever. And on the 25th, we have this so-called gathering of delegates at the Luneta Park, or probably at the famous Fort Santiago or the Intramuros, which is just about 5 or 10 minutes walk from the Luneta Park, where we usually gather. So that will be on the 25th of February. So Modern Arnis, Abanico Tres Puntas, the Balintawak, some Balintawaks will be there, and some organizations like Lightning Scientific will also participate. Some other, I do not have the official list at the moment, but roughly as of today, there is about 85 people who are already signify that they are coming. So
Nice.
we are just waiting for the final day. So 26 on the 25th is people will gather, and in the evening we have the so-called Bayanihan cultural night.
And
Yes,
I'm glad you mentioned
very
that, because I was talking to
Pichi.
Ate Barong, and she wanted. I invited her on the show to talk about it.
Yes.
And hello, Eric from Portland, Oregon. I invited her on the show, but she's like, I'm really shy. I said that you were going to be on the show. She goes, oh, maybe Manong Ray will, Manong Renee will talk about this for me. I said, well, we'll see what happens. So, can you tell us about that event as well while we're here?
Yeah, so 24, most people are coming in. On the 25th, we have the gathering in the morning at the Luneta Park, or the Intramuros Fort Santiago. And then in the evening, at around 6 or 7 in the evening, is a cultural night, a Bayanihan night dinner, which is actually the convergence of FMAers all over the world. So some of the delegates from the FMA festival will also join there, and some would just come for just the Bayanihan. We have um, we have this cultural presentation on like cultural dances, how we will interpret the word dance in dances, and so on. So it's a dinner night, and it will be held in one of the top hotels here in Manila, Heritage Hotel. And I think I'm correct. It will cost about $100 for the dinner, and
That is the early rate.
yes,
For the
yes,
event.
that's the
I think
early rate.
the late
Yes.
rate, I think, is like 120 or after. I think,
110.
yeah, something.
110. Yes. The difference of $10. Actually, it's one big
Oh,
one big dinner.
do you
Yes.
remember when we did when you did Dumaguete? What year that was?
Ah,
Was that 16?
I think so. I think so. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. My calendar is always mixed up. So
Yes. Okay. I was well because I was looking for photos so I can pull this up and so we can talk about where we meet and everything because I happen to have photos from. So we attended the one in Dumaguete in 2016.
yes, I
And,
remember. Yes, yes, you
and
were
actually,
there.
that's when, yeah, we got to meet
Yes,
a whole bunch of cool people,
yes, Steve was there, and then a lot of guys. So
we were
anyway,
filming the documentary,
yes,
Fighting
yes,
Sticks of
you did.
Arnis, and we actually decided to bring the film crew to the festival.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
Wow,
Yes,
though, 8 years already.
8 years.
8 years.
Walong na. Wow.
Wow, it's just like yesterday. Eh?
It
Yeah.
seems like
So,
it.
well, here's a blast from the past. So, someone who's no longer with us, but was but we got I was
Yeah, that's the. Oh yeah, yeah. That's in Luneta.
yes, it is. That was that big day. That is that
Grandmaster Big Sanchez.
Vic Sanchez.
Yes.
And I think he passed away shortly after that.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace. Yes.
Yes. That was the first and the last time I met him. And our whole crew. Then look at that. I know that guy. Do you know that guy?
Yes.
There we
my
go.
my typical blue shirt.
There we go. And so obviously this guy is that infamous Tim Hartman guy. We don't talk to him. And then over here is
That's Mildred
from Japan. That's her brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes.
Or she introduced me as or whether it's by birth or by choice, she introduced me as her brother. So let me see here. What else we got going on here? And then that's one of her students.
Yes, another young Japanese lady.
Okay.
Yes.
More people
Yes,
there. There's Rodell the Duck.
Rodell
and Ty in his green shirt. So we had John from Empty Mind Films on the show once, and we talked about our trip. And well, Ty was John's biggest pain in the butt because every shirt he wore, he was different. Like the rest of us, what do we do as martial artists? We wear the most uncomfortable color in the sun, black, absorbs heat. Okay. So Ty dresses for the weather. Neon green, as you see here, neon orange, neon yellow. And of course, he gets in the film, and then John has to. John goes up and he's about to take a group photo. He's like, "Who the hell's wearing that?" Oh, it's Ty, and he's got to put it. So basically, Ty had to be in the middle of all the photos later.
It's the color that you don't get run over by cars in the pedestrian lane.
So I think it was a strategy thing. So this is in Lynetta Park. There's a lot of phenomenal martial artists. So if you go, you get to see the martial artists in the Lynetta Park as well, who are doing training and stuff. Narzo was a student of
Tatang Ilustrísimo.
Well, no, his student. Tony Diego.
Right.
Yes. So yeah. So I and then and it's not about the martial arts, or not just about the martial arts, because there's so much. I mean, listen, when I go there, I can learn martial arts anywhere in the world. I was very fortunate in the States. Remy lived here, but you don't get this there everywhere in the world. This is in the park at night.
Yes, at night. Yes.
I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, and this is just one of many things that you could go and see and do. So you can do martial arts at night in Lynetta Park and then watch the show at the end. I remember that one of the trips they were doing martial art demonstrations but it rained. But Bambit was doing there, I'm not sure where's Bambit teaching now? Is he in the Chinese garden still?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Okay.
Yes. It's in the Chinese garden always.
Okay. And then here's where we meet. This is the after. I didn't have the group photo, but I do have people walking by it. I want to make sure I filter my photos, make sure they're okay. There is Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
He's a lot taller than I expected, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
And there's just hanging out in the park. Oh, and there's our friend from Germany. That's not Craig, the one that's
Carlos.
Carlos is from Germany, visiting. He's a student of the late Grandmaster Ernesto Preces. That's how I met him. But there we are. And to give it scale, look, I mean, my head barely makes it to that bottom. It's pretty tall. So it's we have a blast when we go. But so my question here, so I'm going to be, I know answers, but I like to ask for the people who don't. So, who do you got on this year's bill to teach?
Yeah. Like I said, we start on the 24th and 25th. We have this gathering in the morning, and the 25th in the evening we have the Bayanihan Cultural Night, and the 26th the start of the official FMA 10th FMA camp that will be a 5-day camp. So on the 26th in the morning, everyone will gather at the Luneta Park for the bus trip. So we prepared 3 big buses, luxury buses that will bring everybody to a 2.5 hours trip to the beach resort. So in the beach resort, we have accommodation. They have good swimming pool. We have good food, of course. It's a buffet breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we have a special section for vegetarians, and we have a special section for people who just wanted to eat fish and nothing else, and we have all of this, and continental food is there, and of course the usual Philippine lechon will be there. It's always present at the table. So it's a big preparation for us. Everything actually, as of today, last week we had our final evaluation meeting. Everything is ready. We just have to push the button for the start of the festival. So when people comes in on the 24th, we have people that will assist them from the airport and bring them to their hotel in Manila. See? So your hotel in Manila is not part of your fee in the official FMA festival, but we will arrange it for you, and whatever they want to go around. We have people to guide them. So everything in one bucket. Now, in the first day, of course, it's registration and everything is there the usual way, and in the afternoon of the 26th of February is we will start a soft training. Yes, soft training. So because people are still, groggy a little bit from a long trip, and in the evening we have the welcome dinner. Yes, it's a big dinner also in the evening, and then on the next day, 27, is full blast training, and 28 training, and the 29 we have the tour. Yes, the usual tour. So it's part of the preparation, part of the activity. We will go to Barangay Balisong. Yes, the famous Balisong town, which is Taal in Batangas. This is only about less than 1 hour, I think, from the main camp. And then from there, in the afternoon or maybe lunchtime, we will proceed to Tagaytay City. Yes, Tagaytay City is about another 40 minutes from Balisong town. So we are all in the vicinity. We are not going away. In Tagaytay City, you will see the famous Taal volcano, which is very active. And just few weeks ago, it's put out how do you call this sulfuric acid in up about four 4 kilometers up in the sky.
Oh wow!
Yes, yes, 4 kilometers up in the sky.
So you're
And
not going to the island?
no, it's usually happening that way. Normally, every 10 years, it's pull out the pressure. Yeah, every year. So what we do, on in Tagaytay City is we will have big lunch there. Yes, and we are going to visit the Tagaytay City uh, combat sports training center. Yes, it's a very big facility. Everything is there. Yes, from Muay Thai to Arnis, down to judo, down to karate, everything is there. Yes, for combat sport. Yes. So I already arranged the program there, and then from Tagaytay, we will drive back to the main camp, and then the highlight is and in March 1 we have the so-called gala night. Yes, the gala night is the gathering of all. We have guests from the government. The I think Senator Zubiri, the president of the Philippine Senate, is coming, and then people from the Department of Tourism are coming, and we have lots of VIPs there. And this is where the fun is. Yes, really good food again, and we this is the time we award certificates of attendance, demonstration of grandmasters, and then some people are interested to show their skills, their styles. It's open to everybody, so it's a gala night, a fun night, and that's actually the official closing day, closing night of the 5 day festival. The cost of participation is for 5 nights, all in, is $975. All in, is, imagine that, very cheap. See, when some people are charging 1,400, 1,500 for a 3 day camp, here we only charge $975. See, it includes everything. Yes, food, accommodation, training. You can go swimming in the big pool. Yeah, minus the beer. Of course, you pay for your beer, and then the resort is actually at the seashore. Yes, at the shore. So we train at the shore line, and when the sun is really too hot, we get inside. We have a big a ballroom type venue, which is air conditioned. Yes, and the food is also there. Overflowing coffee. Yes, coffee is there. Overflowing coffee, overflowing tea. Yes, we have juices there. So it's there. Everything is there for the comfort of everybody. Yes,
That's
because why 925? Because the FMA festival is not a business. It's an advocacy and non-stock organization, non-profit. I mean, see, so
Mhm.
it's more of an advocacy. We just
right.
wanted to make sure we don't lose money. Yes,
Mhm.
but we don't really charge to make profit, because we have our way of doing this, organizing this, deliver the best we can at the least possible cost for the participants, see, and give them comfort.
Mhm.
Of course, we do not promise a 5-star accommodation, because the hotel is somewhere like a 3-star hotel, but it's clean. The comfort is there. It's air conditioned. Two in a room. Two in a room. Yes. So
Mhm.
you can always request, you want to sleep with, you want to share the room with your friend or whatever. And we have rooms for couples, and we have rooms for we are preparing, actually organizing an accommodation for family or a group. So it's also just across inside the premises of the hotel. We have the so-called how do you call this, residences. They call it residences. These are condominiums. So all the things that you need is there.
There you
Going
go.
back now, we have lined up among the best and the top FMA instructors, international instructors in the world. Of course, we are in the top list, Manong Bobby Tabuada, who is going to confirm, because right now he said his wife has a problem with the hips, got surgery. So
Right.
he's trying to adjust his schedule. And
Yeah,
he told
we're
me,
not sure. I mean, he and I, Ty and I will see him in a couple of weeks. Actually, we're going
Yes.
down to his birthday camp. But
yes,
it is
inshallah.
definitely, when you get to a certain age and you got family requirements,
Yes, that's right. So he told me during our seminar in Rome 2 weeks ago that he said he will confirm it to me in December, this coming December. But he said it's 60% sure, 60% floating. So it's a good sign. And then of course we have Datu Dieter teaching. Grandmaster Bambit Dulay is also teaching. I am teaching. And then we have Grandmaster Romy Valenzuela of the Lightning Scientific is teaching.
Nice.
We have Miss Pichi Sagin, Baron Sagin of Calis Illustrissimo teaching. And then we have Regionaldo is teaching. Yes, he's coming from FCS. And then we have some special guests. Yes, Dieter is also teaching. Yeah, Grandmaster Dieter. Yes, and we have arrangement for other who are still coming and would like to teach. So with the lineup now is, I would say it's a big bang. Yes, why we do that? Because FMA Festival is not a modern Arnis camp alone. Yes, it is being organized by the Modern Arnis organization, by the IMAF of the Philippines. But when you use the word FMA, it's for everybody. Yes, it's all
Yes,
for
it is.
FMA. Yes. It's all styles. That's why people will note that we have a more style teaching inside. Yes. So we have Kalislistissimo, Modern Anis, PTK, Manong Mel Tortal is coming. Confirmed. He's coming. So
Mel Tortal?
yes, Mel Tortal.
Okay.
Yes. So Bobby Balintawak is teaching Kalislistissimo, PTK, Modern Anis, Abanico Tres Puntas, Lightning Scientific. Yes, and we are still trying to confirm another two, which I cannot announce at the moment unless they reconfirm it. So it's a big gathering actually of styles. Yes, and we are now prepared for this, and 975 is an early bird rate. So you must register not later than 30 November of 2023 this year.
Now, how can people register for the event?
Yes, it's posted now. They can pay through PayPal. They can pay through Western Union, or they can pay through our bank. Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
where is this listed for them to find this?
Yes, we are actually activating the website very soon, and then we are activating also a Facebook page, and at the same time, most people can also communicate directly to me, to Gina Lynn, to GM Bambit, or to other people that they know, because here I am also. I'm making sure that the members of the Abanico Tres Puntas under me are well taken care of. The same as Jim Bambit Dulay, make sure that his group is there. He'll handle it. Jim Dieter will do the same, and the other organizations. So we have a secretariat that will process everything. Yes.
Okay.
So
And,
by the
and
time they arrive in the Philippines, they already have their room assignments.
okay.
They have all the needs, that the information they need is everything is there. We have a training kit that has all that you need. The training, you don't have to bring your sticks. Actually, you don't have to bring your training knives. Actually, because it's a bothersome in traveling, and we have this in the kit. Yes, and then we have also, of course, we have shirts for everybody to use for the group photo, which is uh, your green color, Manong Tay. He will not qualify there because we will have
There you go.
we will have a standard color for everybody there.
There you
In
go.
one photo, I mean, in one
Okay,
photo.
in one photo.
But
Okay.
that's
Yes.
good. I
So,
like it when everybody's wearing the same shirts at an event like that. That'll look really
Yeah.
good.
Your green shirt will not qualify at the moment.
No,
that's okay. He has an orange one.
that's right.
So let's get caught up here real quick. Tim Dobson says hello from Canada. Hello, Tim. And then okay, so we always have a bunch of smart Alex here. So here's a question. When you get to a certain age, you start collecting oil cans. They're talking about my collection behind me of oil bottles. It's not cans. So not everyone gets to be connoisseurs, Renee, to get to the oil bottles. That's another thing. Michael says hello from Cincinnati.
Yep.
Como está ka, Napol Renee?
Mabuti.
Very good.
Mabuti, Michael. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, all right. So, everyone, if you were to go to this event, you would fly. Well, you could do a couple different ways, but if you didn't want to go island hopping, you fly to Manila, MNL, M. Michael Nancy Lopez. That's where you would fly into. I mean, there sometimes we get better rates going to say Cebu, but you still need to hop on another plane, so you might as well go right where you need to be. When you get off at the airport, my recommendations would be you can get Grab, GRAB, which is like it is the equivalent to Uber there. And unless things change since I was there, you don't have to pay through the app. You can pay cash. You can get the appointment through Grab and then pay your taxi driver cash there. But it's better just to do the app. Although if you go, what do we want? Was it the yellow taxis we wanted, not the white taxis?
Yeah, they have the metered taxi at the airport. Yes, these are controlled meters at the airport. And by the way, the Grab taxis, you will, by entering registering at the app, you will immediately know how much you will pay.
Right, they'll tell you.
And the distance. Yes.
So I would stay in. So the hotel I would stay at is the Pension in Malate, and I would use the yellow taxis, and that was about 300 to 500 pesos. So it wasn't too crazy, but I know people have done the white taxis, and they're telling me that they paid like 2,000, 3,000 pesos.
No. These are fly-by-night taxis. Actually, they're not allowed in the airport. They're not allowed in the airport.
Grab is the best way to go, I think, because
the yellow taxi.
And the yellow taxi. Yeah, see, there we go. And that's the thing. So Jason Arnold from London, Ontario says, good evening, brothers. Renee, hello, gentlemen, and Tim, because that's it. It's the gentleman and me. So I get this all the time. No respect. I'm like, Bill Anderson, greetings from Guam. Craig Mason from another Canadian. Hello. Good evening, and Datu GM and GM, Datu PG and GM, and you've met Craig on one of our trips. I actually both. Craig's been with me the most. Ty's been the second most. Geez, what else is going on here? So these are things to think about. Definitely check. Now, once you get the Facebook and the website live, let us know. We will share the information on the show. If anyone ever needs any help trying to get in contact, well, first of all, you can find him on Facebook. His account is not a hidden account. It is open. So you would just go under Renee Tongson. Simple as that. And,
they can message me in Messenger and Facebook.
Okay.
Yes,
now, here's the thing, though. I got to tell you, The photo he's got there is amazing. It looks just like him. You would never know, you would never doubt who this person is. So when we go there, that's his photo. Look at them. That is Renee Tongson. So what we're really trying to say is
Well,
Renee,
it's her
listen,
birthday the
Renee
other
is
day.
not a boy or a girl name. It's just a name. So, on Mondays and Wednesdays, he looks like this. And then the rest of the week, he looks like what we see on the screen here. But is that your lovely wife? Is that your wife?
Yes. It's her birthday, so it's my special tribute.
Nice.
Happy birthday, ma'am.
That's right.
Yeah, it will be changed. Today's Monday and Wednesday. It will go back to my usual photo. Yeah, just to please the madam.
Okay, well,
Maligayang kaarawan.
very maganda, very maganda. But
Yes, thank you.
So you'll
Yeah, that's
see
the
that
one.
there. I'm looking for
That's the
your.
one there. Yes.
I'm looking for your profile photo. So the real one. So when he's not wearing a wig, he looks like he does on the screen today. So, but this you'll know who the real Renee Tongson is. It says Renee Tongson.
It's me here.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the followers. But definitely, this is a good way to get a hold of him. There he
That's
is.
in Rome.
Yep.
This one, that's at the Philippine Olympic Committee.
But look for that right there, that banner, that photo. If you need to get a hold of him directly, we will have information on there. When the time comes, we'll make sure that we share the information, because we're all about promoting events, not just ours, but the whole community. Because as always, what do we say, Ty, about a rising tide?
Right. It helps everybody.
Helps a rising tide raises all ships.
Yep.
So
Yes.
And he goes, Renee. Okay, so Renee Kokolo says Renee is a fantastic name, because you should see what he looks like on the weekends, or she looks like on the weekends. I don't know. He can, like I said, he can wear work boots or pumps, whatever works best for his attire. So, Renee is a fantastic. Okay, so
we are actually expecting. We prepared for 120 people. We have this estimate, and now we are somewhere like about 80 to 85, and it's still half of the year to go. So because my group alone for the Abanico Tres Puntas organization I have about not less than 30 people coming. Yes, the DAV German group will be somewhere like about same 25 to 30 people. The same with Grandmaster Bambit Dulay, he told me as of today he has about more than 20. So that's already 80 plus the rest were already. In fact, we have already lots of people who registered already, because the price is not expensive. It's $925 until November 30, and $150 after that until registration day on the first day. So it's not expensive.
Yeah. So if you go right here, as you can see on the screen, we do have the information up on what the costs are. But as far as a registration portal, which is what we're talking about, once that information is available, we will make sure we share it on our Facebook group. And then, of course, I'll if you have an event page when the thing comes up, I'll share it on my personal page as well, so everyone gets up. But thanks, Mike, for sending this to us. But obviously that's not how you register, but we'll get that information out to everybody. Let me see what else. Oh, Renee says, okay, check out my OnlyFans pumps and boots and pumps photo. Okay, we'll make sure we'll do that. And we won't. Okay, never mind. So, so this is good.
And also, I hope Manong Bobby can come. So if he failed to come, if we miss it, we have an alternative for that immediately. So we have online a lot of in the list, because we wanted to deliver the best camp. And what we do always is we wanted to outdo our previous camp.
Sure.
Yes, we always want to do that.
Yep.
So now, even the food, we are trying our best to really because it's an eat all you can in the table. It's a buffet.
Yeah.
See?
Well, but the thing we got to remember is, and I'm not, and I think it would be great if he does show. I mean, I'm glad we were able to get him there in 2016 when we were part of the event. The festival is not about one person. It's not about one style. It's about the community. So if someone can't or chooses not to be part of it one year, or they're only able to make it one, I mean, because here, listen, not everyone can go to the Philippines. Not everyone's going to be able to afford to go that trip, take time off. So obviously, you look at that price. You say, well, it's not a bad price. And I got to tell you something. It's not a bad price.
Yes.
But I know a lot of people who can't take 2 weeks off from work because, when you figure trips back and forth, you can't afford the airfare. There's a lot, and they can't get the time off and stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you can't. But those who can go, going to the Philippines for me was a life-changing adventure for multiple reasons. Mine didn't start with the FMA festival. And I don't think it would necessarily be the same impact if it was the FMA festival, because I had people take me see different parts of the Philippines. And for those who've never been there, and if you go hanging around the Manila and stuff, it made me appreciate what I have here, because I've seen a lot. I don't want to be a downer, but to be prepared, I've never seen poverty in the streets the way it was. But as much as there's poverty there, as there is everywhere, it's also got 3 of the largest shopping centers in the world. So I went where we stayed, where our hotel was, in Malate. There's a lot of transient people there. I cried my eyes out on my first trip. And anytime I've ever thought since then, man, I wish I had something, I just think about my trip and go, no, I'm grateful for what I have. But the thing here is, like, for me, going to the motherland. Now, I went to the Praces Beach where our system was created. So for me, it was a family connection, because I was going to a Combatan camp to be with Ernesto. He took me to Remy's grave the first time. I walked the beach, and just walking the beach. And I remember when I took Ty there, I was like, this is where Remy and his whole family were running around like little kids, and they had that sentimental connection. Mm-hmm. Even still, had I not gone there, going to the Philippines is still going back to the motherland. It doesn't matter that my teacher moved to the States. It didn't matter for me that martial arts was not the part, because for me, everyone who goes, I never recommend the martial arts. I recommend the cultural aspect, and you will never get that. You will never get that if you don't go. And to me, that is the most important thing about what we do. I feel, I have a guy who teaches Shirinji Kempo. He's from Japan, Hiroki Kimura. He teaches Kendo as one of the systems he does. And he goes, Tim, I've had a whole bunch of students, and the people who really get immersed, that do the tea ceremonies, that try to do the calligraphy and all those are the people who tend to do better, not because it's those skill sets, but it's that try to get that immersion, and it ends up relating with them on a whole nother level. And life-changing journey for me. I've had a lot of life-changing events in me, and that I tell you what, years after Remy died, I have a better appreciation on who he was after going there. And I've been exposed to Filipino culture here. I was immersed by going there, and there's no way you're going to get immersed if you don't go.
You are right. You're right.
Actually,
there was one of my students, actually only one. He said, GM Renee, thank you for bringing us here. We felt like they get connected to the culture. They said, yes, we know your martial arts. You share to us your martial arts, but the deeper side is the homeland culture. Is we don't find it in just doing seminars with you abroad. So
you will never get that.
Yes,
when we came to the festival in 2016, we went and visited with Bobby Taboada. We got to see we went to Balintawak Street.
Yes.
And then, and that's one of the arts. That was the last art Remy trained before forming Modernies. I do Balintawak because Remy got me into it. And going there, I can't mention. Then on the way here, on the way there, where did he take us? where Datu Lapu kicked Magellan's butt.
Mhm.
So we got to see a
Yes.
cultural aspect, like, hey, this is really cool. And I got to tell you that tide comes in like that. It's just like over, boom, you turn your back and there's the water. So we went and did that. Then we took the boat to Dumaguete and hung out in Dumaguete, and I priceless. And the thing here is, the only thing I saw martial art wise, the only thing I kicked myself in the butt for, well, there's two things. One, I'm not going to talk on the show, but the one thing here is Remy offered to take me to the Philippines before he passed away, and I was worried about my school. At the big scheme of things, I could have walked away for a month. It wouldn't have hurt me. He wanted me to go for 2 months. I should have went with him at least for a couple weeks, and I shouldn't have waited so long to have that connection, that cultural connection.
Yes.
So if you guys, if you're thinking about going, that's why you got to go. Don't worry about the martial arts. That's a bonus. That is a bonus.
We connect.
Get to know the people, and you can never do it by staying at home. So let me hear. We have Datu and Evil Beard Tide. Okay, there we go. And then Bill Anderson said, Tim, you hit the nail on the head by travels to the Philippines, making you have a deeper affection for FMA for most. He also said, been telling people that in FMA for decades about going to the Philippines for more deeper understanding of Filipino. Now, here's what I want to say here. Now, there's this urban legend that going to the Philippines will make you better. You'll understand your martial arts more. You don't know anything until you go there. Well, I went on my first trip, and it just validated all the training I did with Remy. And I've said this multiple times. I can put all the trips together and put all the martial arts training we did together, and it doesn't justify one trip because who my teacher was. I studied with the founder, and he lived here in the States, and we can get into how much time I spent with him. It has nothing to do with learning the material unless you're in a country that has no FMA, and that's what you got to do. But for me, it was all about, it validated everything I did with Remy. And I went in 2007, and prior to COVID, I've been going pretty much every other year ever since that point. And then this year I'm going to the Philippines twice. And I wanted to see where I normally go to see if what's left of it. And then we do our group in November next year. But I've gone to the World Secret Championships and other things here and there, and it's about the people and the connection for me. But so let me see here. Facebook user says my oldest son is heading over in 2 weeks to stay 2 weeks. Okay, so user, let us know.
Yeah.
Are they doing there for martial arts or what? So I'm unfortunately, we put it on so many Facebook groups and pages. We don't know who's saying what here. And
by the way, before I forget, after the festival, most people are flying to Hinigaran. Yes. Immediately, the festival will close on March 1. And March 2 in the morning, we will have our breakfast, the last breakfast there, the hotel. And most people are going to Hinigaran. They're going to the airport. And they will fly for another 1 hour to Hinigaran, to Bacolod City. In March 3, we are going to formally inaugurate the monument of Professor Remy Presas at the Town Plaza of Hinigaran. Yes. So this is one way of giving respect and in memory and a tribute to the founder of modern Arnis, Remy Presas, right in his hometown of his birthplace. So now the monument is there, and we still have to do. I'm going back there on the middle of October this month to do some finishings there for the park, and it will be inaugurated on March 3. And it's a big bang. It's a big bang. We are again preparing. It's like another festival there. Yes, because Hinigaran town is it has the moniker of the Arnis town of the Philippines. Yes, it's legislated. It's a legal name for Hinigaran, Arnis town of the Philippines, and we are going there.
You have a training center there, don't you?
Yeah. People are going there after the camp. So some would like to continue training, and some wanted to give their respect to Professor Remy. They would like to attend the inauguration of his monument in the town plaza, and then some people would like to stay there. They said we want to eat fresh fish, good seafood, shrimps, and everything. I said you have them. We have good oysters in Nigaran. Yes, it's very popular in for oysters in Nigaran, and we have good instructors there. And we have a school. We built a school in Nigaran to honor the precious legacy. Yes, it's we call it the Hinigaran Arnis Training Center. It's a fully equipped school. That's why the reason why I fly there every month, because I'm also managing it. It's a fully equipped school. We have our own cafeteria there. We have our own. We have a 4-bed room for people who would like to come for a short stay. Yes, and then outside the school, we have 4 clusters outside the schools, because we cannot bring them all to the schools. So the instructors goes down to them, and at the moment now we have more than 150 students, regular students, yes, in Nigaran, doing Arnis. And part of the itinerary actually is a visit to the Hinigaran Arnis Training Center. Yes, we organized it. We built the center to honor the precious legacy, Arnis legacy. Yes, Manong Tim, where are you?
He must have had to step out for a second.
Oh yeah. So that's our preparation now, and shall we now we have people coming from Europe, from Latin America, of course from the US, and some from the Middle East, and some from Southeast Asia. Yes, so we have Austria, Hungary, Italy, Poland, Slovakia, France, Germany, Spain, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland.
Right.
Yeah, it's for Europe. Spain, I think Portugal is also coming, and then Estonia is coming.
Oh.
Yes, they're coming, and then in the US, of course, Canada is coming. Brazil is coming. Yeah, Ecuador is coming, and some guys from Chile is coming.
Nice.
Yes. So just imagine the attendance. Yes.
That's
Middle
amazing.
East.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Middle
So
East
people
is
can
coming.
really appreciate the international draw that FMA has.
Yes,
So,
that's why.
how soon before something like this do you have to really start planning it?
Oh well, actually, it's a 1-year plan.
Okay.
Yes, but no. What we do is, on the last night, we invite the heads of organizations that are present. Yes, like countries from head of country delegations. We invite them for breakfast or dinner in a separate meeting, and we welcome back to the show. Yes, so we normally how do you call this, a post activity evaluation. Yes.
Yeah,
So
like a
we
hot
talk
wash.
about
Like a debriefing or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, how did you find this? Do we have this? And did you encounter any problems? So all of them are noted. And then at the end of the meeting, we talk about the next FMA festival. So this is the 10th FMA, and March 1 in the evening or in the morning of March 2 during breakfast, we will talk about uh, the 11th FMA.
Perfect.
Where and what do we expect? Okay? So this time we are in Luzon. The next one will be in the Visayas. Yes, it will be in the Visayas because we rotate it. We rotate it. This year Luzon, the next one will be in Visayas, and hopefully in the future, let's see if we can do it in Mindanao. Yes. So that's what we do, because we do not only deliver and showcase Filipino martial arts. Yes, we bring people to introduce them to culture, and at the same time see what is Philippines, the beautiful sceneries, the beautiful beaches, the food, and the warm people, and of course, karaoke. Yes, we have a social night that everybody who would like to sing out your lungs. Yes, and how do you call this? We just wanted people to enjoy their time and worth their money. Yes, worth their money. So that's what we always tell during our meetings. Let us outdo our previous festival. So we review the food, we review the trainings, we evaluate the instructors. Did they do it nice, better, or whatever? The expectations of the attendees, everything is we call it the post activity evaluation. Yeah, so we invite the heads of the country delegation, and at the same time plan ahead. So this time now we are ready. We are ready. It's still March, and now it's October, and it's barely about 5 months, 5 months to go, and everything is set. Everything is set.
So
The
let's get
hotel
caught up here.
is paid. Yes, the resort
So
is paid. Yes.
Sean Ritchie is from you know Sean, right, Ty?
Yeah, I was at his event 2 weekends ago.
So his kid evidently is going, and then of course Renee would like to see Ty and Tim sing "I Got You, Babe." So
Nobody
listen,
wants to
even though okay, I actually used to be a singer. That was I was going to go into that industry instead, but we don't karaoke. We don't care. We don't okie. We don't no. Although I have a little here and there, but I gotta say, the Filipinos take that to a whole new level. Remember, the lead singer Journey is now a Filipino. They when that yeah. So I'm trying to stay from being too sarcastic, but yeah. Well, I think we covered. Is there anything else you wanted to cover on the
Yes.
show? Oh, you got something?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to thank the FMA Talk for this opportunity to invite people, and of course, to you two gentlemen, thank you for bringing me here, and also to our viewers here and listeners. I would like to thank them for joining us this morning, and invite them. Please join us in 10th FMA Festival. We hold this every 2 years. So if you miss this, you will wait for another 2 years to join us again. And we would like to assure them that we will deliver the best we can do.
Listen,
Join
don't
the
wait.
Philippines.
Don't wait.
Yes.
Come to this one. The sooner the
Yes.
better. All right. So, okay, here we go. Timmy says, you can't be a Filipino
Yes.
reborn if you don't sing karaoke. And Jason goes, not true, Datu. I've seen you karaoke. Okay. People have also seen me. They've also seen Bigfoot. So let's go there. I don't like to show off when it comes to that. I don't like to show off, although I couldn't do it this weekend because the sticks were too short. I surprised everybody at the FMA convention one year when they brought out the sticks for Tinga Kling, and I was the only puti who could do it. So just saying, it's not a challenge. It's just say I got more skills than I let people know, but sometimes it's not always about me. Although this show, well, what can I say? And you know what, Renee and I were at a good conversation, really a bunch of good conversations in Austria, not Australia. And he said something very, very, it was good. It was a good comment. We're talking about this, and he talks about this show specifically. And I want to thank you for we really appreciate you coming on the show and adding diversity to the show, because we don't want it to be just about what we do. We want We want to elevate the community, and those. Okay, and when I say things, here's my mindset. If you got it right, I wouldn't have to correct you. But here's something that our Manong Renee said to me, Tim, I don't always agree with what you say, but it's your show, and if I don't want to listen to it, I'll turn it off. So, you know, and that was very adult. That was very mature, and you know, that's why you're one of our kuyas, you know. But at the end of the day, if you don't like what you hear, you can just turn the channel. But you know, we actually just some people just don't like our point of view. And of course, on the show, it's a little bigger than life. You know, obviously, you know, it's part of this is, I mean, a show is about entertainment, so we aim to please. So let's do this. Chris Nally says, good evening from Georgia. Chris, I hope we'll see you down at Bobby's camp because we're going to the birthday camp. And
Yes.
oh, wait, here's someone we all three, well, Ty hasn't met him personally, but I know all three of us have talked to him. Wait for it. Talis from Brazil. Greetings from Brazil. So much honor to list 3 grandmasters of modern Arnis.
Oh,
Well,
Thales. Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
well, and he says absolutely he'll be on the show, and we're not going to address that second part of that.
Well, actually,
so
on this short topic, if I may, if I don't like the topic, it's actually your choice if you want to listen. Okay? So, but for me, what is important is I always wanted to maintain connection with people. The friendship is very important. When I was young, during my 30s, when I was 30 years old, something like that, you know, the mentality is different. See, self-preservation is always number one. Yeah, I want to do this because I want to be on top and so on. But you know, as you go along, as you age, you know, your wisdom changes. And now I would say I don't mind. I don't mind if people want to do this. I don't mind people want to do this. What is important is I maintain my friendship with them, and at the same time, if I see them promoting FMA, I always ask them, please let me know on how we can assist you and how I can help you. In short, I am more now of more of ambassadorial work, diplomatic work. Yes, I just want to promote it. Advocacy is the key. Yes, no more self-preservation. I want to be on top. I want to control this. No, not anymore. It's just let's move forward, and what we can do for FMA is always welcome. So in short, let me know on how we can help you if you come to the Philippines. I can be your guide. You can stay in my home. If you don't have so much budget, let me know. Let me know. You can stay in my home. Yes,
That's a
I can
beautiful way
always
of looking
assist.
at it. That's a
Yes.
beautiful way of
And-
looking
and-
at it, sir. Good.
I have this policy also that, you know, if they come to me, my students, if they come to me after training with me, I ask them, is there any style that you would like to study? They said, oh, we would like to go and visit. Okay, I call them. Okay? Manong Nick, I have students here. Can I send them to you? Please meet them at the airport. And that's it. See?
Yep.
And I call the other guys. I bring them to Luneta. I connect them to everybody. I bring them to Grandmaster Rodel, Dago, Jim
Well,
Rodel. Give
and
them.
I will verify that. Oh, sorry, as I knocked my microphone around, because I saw a video posted by one of your people that did a tour to Arnis Village, and it was your student who wanted to go meet and stuff, and made a big production out of it. I mean, made a video and a post and stuff, and got, you know, so it wasn't just about Manong Renee promoting himself. He helped one of his martial brothers out. And you know, once again, it goes to the basics. A rising tide raises all ships. You know,
Yeah.
you know, and there we
Yeah,
go.
because no, I started going back in Inigaran. It's 1966 at the backyard of the Presas family. Okay? And from there on, I went to Manila in 1974 and continued my studies, and then stayed with Grandmaster Ernesto for about 25 or 26 years in Arjuken Gym, that later on became IPMA, and later on became Kombatan as the style. No? So we are among the originals in the Presas system.
Okay, since you opened that can up, I gotta ask you a question.
Mm.
We've had some very good conversations in Austria because we were both teaching at the super camp, and when we were in Finland, we had time to talk, and as well as Colorado, we had time to talk. So I really enjoy, because you have an era of knowledge that it's hard that I don't have, and hard to access, because, well, let's face it, my Tagalog is that small. Everyone else's English is not that good. You are a very well experienced and educated man, and very well spoken.
Thank you.
So I look, I mean, okay, I'm very outspoken about, if you want to do Remy's art the way he did it, if you want to do it what he was doing at the end, obviously the Americans have more experience with that, because we were with him at the end. But
26
to
years.
know where you're going, you got to know where you started. And I always look back, because I want to know more things. And now I've got a Kombatan question, because I know you're one of the most, you're one of the few people that's spent that kind of time with Grandmaster Ernesto.
A long time.
Obviously, the brothers all trained together. Remy was the Kuya. He was 10 years, at least 10 years older. He taught his younger brothers. Even though the name wasn't there, when do you think Kombatan as an expression, not the name, but when do you think Kombatan really started?
It's somewhere like, oh, look at this. This is how it started. Ernesto requested me to do some charting, organizational charts and so on, because he said, let's come up with an umbrella organization. Yes, because we started in 1974. We have the Arjuken, Arnis Judo Kendo Karate Association, at the heart of Quiapo district in Manila. Then I was already with him. See? I am his carry boy. I carry his bag. Yeah, all these things are there: ball pen, stamp pads, everything is the records. So I am his Friday man. Okay? So after a few years, he said, "Let's come up with can we come up with an umbrella organization?" So I said, "Oh yeah, okay." So he said, "Can you we call it croques? Can you draft it?" I said, "Okay." Can you croques mo? You draft it. So I did. So this is the IPMA, International Philippine Martial Arts Federation, and then under it, Arjuken, and then Philippine Kendo Association, Modern Arnis Association of the Philippines, and another one which is vacant. Yes, this is vacant. And later on, that is supposed to be, later on it became Kombatan. Kombatan at the start is not a style. Yes, it's a sub-organization or an organization under the umbrella of IPMAF. Yes, it's not a style. So until later on, he said there was no name. There was no name. See? Until later on, I don't know how they developed the name Kombatan, because there is no word Kombatan in the dictionary. Maybe combatant. Yes, maybe combatant, or how do you call this? The vernacular could be letter K. Yes, because in the Philippines it's always letter K. Yes, for our vernacular. So it came out combatant letter K, but the word letter T is missing. Okay? So it should be combatant. But anyway, it's a famous name now. So from there, it came out as combatant later on, and all the styles that he developed, he came up with curriculum, modules, and everything. He incorporated it inside combatant organization. Yes. So he put it there, and that's the organization he started to use because from the very start, Ernesto wanted to stay away from the shadow of Professor Remy. Yes, because he wanted to build his own name, which is correct. Which is correct. That's the right thing to do. Why? Because you cannot forever hold the tail of your brother. You see, he cannot pull you all the way to the top. So you have to create your own name because you're growing. See, he has his Remy has his own way, and you have your own way. And when you want to build to separate organizations, but the bottom line there is you're still presses. See, these are presses styles, and that's where Ernesto propagated combatant. And later on, you say, "Oh, what do you do?" I do combatant. It became a style. Yes, it became a style. So now combatant is more of a style than an organization. Okay? It's easy to identify combatant of Ernesto Presas as a style than an organization. Yes, because when Ernesto died, when he passed away, so the usual thing that you mentioned is the general starts to shoot at each other. Okay? They start to quarrel. Okay? So that's the situation there. And the good thing now is everybody's starting to regroup. Okay? They're starting to regroup, and that's a very good sign. Because I also tried to help to regroup all of this, because both sides are my friends.
Yeah.
Like I said, we work as ambassadors here. Diplomacy is the key. So we try to connect it. That's why you have the international camp of combatant all the time, and there's another one, Buffalo, again, as a follow up. See, you're holding another.
Yep. And I'm hoping to have a team from the Philippines, maybe two teams. I was talking to Geronimo, so he's planning on bringing people because we are going to be hosting at the event. We will have the official international Sikran championships happening there as well. So,
you mentioned that to me, and also the Sikaran Secretary General, when we met, actually he mentioned that to me, because we
I'm
are
looking forward to that.
together. Yes, we are
So
working together here in the Philippines.
And that's actually I am going to be over there, and one of the things is I'm going to H headquarters and stuff like that. That's why I'm coming over after the new year, and then we go back for our own trip. So
I will try my best to be there. I will try my best. I will just have to adjust my schedules.
Understood.
Because right now my schedules right now for the next 2 years is in Europe, so I can probably.
No, I get it. So when do you think that Ernesto had his system that was physically different than Remy's?
We actually sometime in the 80s we already started it in 1981.
So
I remember.
So you would say,
we were rushing the book. We were rushing the book before our trip to Australia. Okay? And that is where we already, there is no combatant at that time when we were talking about the book. The original book of Presa Style and Balisong. Presa Style and Balisong book, that's the stick one, the original book of Ernesto. And we were rushing it there. We are already doing the curriculums there.
Okay, cool. There we go. You were doing the curriculum in the early 80s. So
yes, that's cool. The one.
Okay.
And those curriculums in the book later on became the combatant modules, combatant curriculum, which is being practiced now. So that's the transition, actually. That's the transition. But there is no.
And that's another topic I'd love to have you on the show to talk about when you have some time. But it was just a quick question. So let me get caught up here, and then we're going to wrap things up. So Dan Lohman says, GM Renee has always been kind to me.
Oh,
I'll be there in November, and probably in February too.
Okay.
And then Timmy says, GM Renee, Texas will be waiting for you with a smiley.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Tim is the grandson of our teacher, Grandmaster Mateo Estelioso, the founder of Abanico Tres Puntas.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
so you're coming to the States?
I'll try to see, because if not,
anytime you come to the States, let me know. And there's
course.
always an invitation because I'm right by Niagara Falls, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. I'd love to give you a tour. And then we would definitely put you up for a workshop while you're in town.
Yes.
Because
That's
that's how
always
roll.
my problem is the calendar is I'm trying to fix it.
Understood.
Because I don't really travel after October. Yes, until February of every year. I avoid traveling.
Well, and you wouldn't come. You wouldn't. Okay, and the coldest time of the year in New York is February. So you don't want to come over in February.
I don't like.
Well, listen. I really don't have anything. I already talked. My rant was earlier, Ty. You missed it. That was actually what we talked about at camp. I don't want us to survive. I want us to thrive.
Yep.
And it's about scale. You know, when Remy was alive, he used to do 10 camps a year with 60 to 100 people. And if we all pulled our resources together in the States, we couldn't pull that off if we wanted. I want to get us back. I'd like to see us back where we were. And I don't have to be underneath the same umbrella of the same organization. It could be 10, 15 different organizations. You know, the thing here is modern Arnis is modern Arnis. But when I make these comments and people have gotten quite charged about it and written essays about it without knowing what they were talking about, if you haven't traveled, you don't understand the scale or the scope, the footprint that Remy Price has had. So, but this is for all martial arts, all Filipino martial arts. You know, the sad thing is I see training groups over in the Philippines, but I don't see physical locations. Now, the one in Hinigran is the first one that I know about. But I've seen Taekwondo and karate schools in the Philippines, but I only see people training in Luneta Park. And that's it'd be nice to have dedicated brick and mortar locations that people can go 5-6 days a week and train. It'd be nice in the States that we have dedicated Filipino martial arts, and people say we can't do it. And I'm just saying, no, you can't. I did. And there's others that are doing it. But like I said, I'm very passionate about this. And it's not, and I think I'm just going to start rephrasing. I don't want us to survive. I don't want us to get table scraps. I want us to thrive. We should be at the adults' table like karate and taekwondo and Krav Maga. We shouldn't be over in the little kids' table getting leftovers. So that's my rant. Ty, do you have anything to say?
I got nothing. Nice stuff there. Really good visiting with you, Jim Renee. It's good to see you again.
Yes,
always
thank you.
a pleasure, sir. So we're gonna wrap things up. We're gonna this is a short show for us.
Yeah. Actually, at 10:15, 10:20, I have to go again because I start my day very early at 6.
Okay.
I'm in the farm in my other hobby, in my chicken. Then after that, that's why I can always sit down at 8:30 to 10 o'clock. It's always okay. After that, I have to go immediately and
All right.
another one. It's always a busy day for me. The calendar is always full, so I have no Sundays. No Sundays.
Well, GM Renee, thanks for stopping out. We really appreciate it. Once you get the website and stuff up, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to spread it out. We're gonna we're gonna end the show. If you just hold on for a moment, we'll just do a little wrap up behind the scene. Sam Wolf says, "Good night, gentlemen." Tim says, "Thank you, gentlemen." Jason says, "Great show from Canada." All right, and you just hold on in the back room. So as always, it's my wonderful co-host PG Ty, myself, are glad that everyone was able to pop in.
Yep.
Sir, any last words?
No last words. I was pretty quiet today, but lots of good info there, and people should definitely check it out if they can. If they're interested at all, go.
Yeah. All right. Great show from a lot of people saying we appreciate this. GM Renee. All right. So listen, everybody, as always, please stay safe and stay sane. This is Datu Tim.
PG Time.
Saying we'll see you all soon.